Hello, welcome back. This is your curl girl. I'm going to come back with a video about finger coiling. I just got done giving my hair an ACV treatment and also deep conditioning. I did it all at the same time. I sat under the dryer with the plastic cap for about 15 minutes under the heat, then about 5 minutes on cold so it seals it in. You know, warm water opens your pores, cold water closes them, so that way I trapped and sealed in all my conditioner, my conditioning, and my oils. So now what I'm going to do, I have it in two parts right now. What I'm going to do is I'm going to part it into 4 parts, and I like to do what they call the lock method. I like to put in, even though I'm already going to have a lot of this conditions already in the things that I'm going to be using. So I'm just going to take my 2 sections, part it into, and make 4. It is, yes, still sopping wet. I also like to keep a bottle of water and coconut oil mixture for while I'm coiling my hair, in case it dries before I get to that section, or if it starts drying before I get to that section. Oops. That flew. Okay, so I'm gonna just continue to make this into 4 parts. So today I'm going to be using, like, I have type 3 hair, and I have all 3 categories of the 3 hair. So I have A, B, and C. So I use coconut oil is the one I like. I prefer to use the coconut oil in my hair. It's the one that penetrates the best, and I use jojoba oil to lock it in after my curls have dried, and I'm rubbing them down with oil. That's what I use to lock in the moisture. Today what I'm going to be using is some pure 100%. It's okay. The brand is okay. I don't know if you can see it. It's called okay. It's 100% coconut oil, and I'll be using that. I'll also be using my Shea Moisture Restorative Conditioner. It says you can use it as a mask, a deep conditioner, or as a leave-in. So today I'm going to use it as a leave-in when I put my oil in. So I'm not going to use a lot of it because I'm going to use my oil as well. But for my actual curls or my coils, I'll be using my Shea Moisture Curl Enhancing Smoothie, and also my Curl In Style Mix. The Curl In Style Mix helps define your curls, which helps it stop from the frizz if it's defining your hair. And also, they're both sulfate-free, paraben-free, mineral-free, silicone-free, all of that. So the way I like to do it, I usually start in my back, but so I don't have to take up a lot of your time, I'm going to do the front section, and just so you see how I do it. And I'm going to be doing a finger coil. This actually I'm going to take out. I usually wear my hair on a right side part, so I'm just going to go ahead and part that in there. So that way when I don't have to worry about messing up my curls or anything when I go to do it. So put that back up. And yes, my hair is soaking wet, and it's best to do it that way. A little messy, you get drippy, but it's best to do it that way. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start off with about that much. If you can see, it might be a little too much because I have a smaller section. I'm using this hair is a smaller section, but I'm going to use about that much with my coconut oil, because coconut oil is what I find to be the best that penetrates my hair, and it's all stages of the 3. So I have 3A, B, and C hair. And just make sure I get that through and rubbing it on my scalp. You want to make sure you get every piece of hair, every strand, because coconut oil is what penetrates your strands, and yeah, I want to make sure they're all healthy. So I'm going to do that to each section while it's soaking wet, and then I will come back and start the coiling after. So I have a little left over from what I didn't use on the last pump, so I'm going to use about that much as well, and a good amount there of coconut oil. Like I said again, it penetrates. And when I did do my hair, I think I did say that, but yeah, the cold and the hot versus the hot air. The hot air opens your pores. The cold air seals them, so it'll. And then when you're deep conditioning, that means it's opening it up and it's receiving the moisture that you're putting it into it and sitting under the dryer for. And the cold is what comes back and locks your moisture in. So I have 2 sections already done in the back, or sectioned out. Get another amount of leave-in and get that all done while it's still pretty wet, and it helps keep it. I found you should be able to get to it before it dries. And I have to do my last section. And some moisture. Like I said, I'm using the Restorative Shea Moisture, Restorative, and Conditioner. And yeah, it feels smooth on my hair. I just had to wipe it off my lip because I grabbed my clip and used my mouth to open it. But you want to make sure you get it good on your roots because, like I said, your hair grows from the roots. But you want to make sure it penetrates your strands as well. So got that all in there, because you'll see why I haven't brushed or combed it yet, because I don't want to put my hair through all the stress of combing and brushing when I know I'm going to be using my trusty Denman brush to brush the product that I'm going to be using to hold my hair, my coils in. So why not just use the raking with your fingers, or don't brush it, and because too much of it could damage. All right, so I'm starting on this front section, or this side section that I have parted out. It's still pretty nice and wet. I'm not going to use a lot of this. This is really good. It gives you really good hold. It's pretty smooth. I'm going to use a lot less of this than I did the actual leave-in. So I'm just going to put a little bit in my hand. But I'm going to use a little bit more of the Smoothie. Now, this is the first time I've used Shea Moisture's Smoothie. I think I'm going to put about the same amount of the Smoothie as I am the curling milk. So this is where I get it distributed, and then I take my fingers and rake it through and make sure it's on all the strands. Okay, so this is where I'm going to start my coils. I just parted. I really usually, I'm not as don't really care about the neatness, but I'm just parting it out. It's kind of weird looking at yourself doing your hair and getting your hands to cooperate. It looks really different. At least for me it is. Usually I just grab my hair and just start coiling. Okay, in this, I don't know if you curly divas know this, but if you just brush that through, starting from the bottom, work your way up, and I coil with my hair pattern. So I just take the Denman brush through, smooth it out, and I take it by the root and I just shake it. And you can see what your curl pattern is. If you can see that. Just by doing that, your hair tells you which way it curls. So mine curls going around, like going from my right to my left. So that's the way I'm going to twist my coil. So I'll probably just put 3 of them in there. I did just do it, but I'm going to smooth it out again. I like to smooth it right before I coil. So I'm just going to hold it at the end. Start at your roots. Get it there. So, because you don't want it fuzzy at the roots. I usually hold it at the roots after I coil it a couple times. Take my fingers down and just coil it. And the more coil, the more shrinkage you're going to get. And I like big hair, so I don't mind the shrinkage. And I go down to the end and get to the end. And when I do, I just let it untwist. It untwists itself from the coil I put it in. And I'm going to do these other 2 sections I have out. Like I said, I was going to put 3 in there. Usually I do bigger, but I want more body this time. And I haven't used this stuff, so I want them to be as defined as possible, especially since it's the first time I'm using the actual Smoothie Shea Moisture. So like I said, get up at the top, even if you have to take both hands to twist it like that, but you want that hair to be coiled, at least at the roots, and work your way down with your fingers. And I'm holding it as I'm coiling it, as I'm going down. And I get down there. And you also, it helps you, your coiling at the bottom smooths out the ends and let it untwist from your finger. And it pretty much, that's how I do it. Here's the 3rd one I'm gonna have here. Looks like I got a piece of up section. I like to always smooth out my hair before I do it. Like, go to your to the scalp part, get that good coil there, hold it, and then just start twisting with your fingers all the way down, and move your hands to hold it as you go down, because you don't want it to pull the tension on your hair. You want to keep your hair as healthy. That's what this journey is about. And just continue coiling and twisting. And then at the bottom, you just let it unravel. And at the end of each row, I just take my hair, scrunch it up from bottom, and then pull it up to the top and just give it a nice scrunch. Like I told you, I like body, so I like my hair I like shrinkage in my hair. I don't know why, but I do. It gives it more, it's fuller, and I use, like, and also I usually, when I want good definition, and I haven't, like my other stuff, I know about it, Cantu, it's coiling cream, but this is the first time I've tried Shea Moisture. I'm gonna do 3 on this section as well. And the same way I did the bottom one, I'm gonna continue and do it the same way. So I'm gonna start, make sure I get my roots twisted, hold them there, and then start twisting your fingers down your hair and moving the ones and hold it as you're going down the coil, and keep twisting at the same time. When you get to the bottom, or whatever, and let it go slowly, it'll twist right up into your hand. And that's what I do. I'm probably not going to part it. I have one more section, so this is only going to be 3 layers right here. Brush it up, make sure there's no tangles, and it's smooth in your fingers. Grab it up close as you can to the root and twist it with your curl pattern and hold it. Start your finger coiling down and move your fingers to hold it as you're coiling down. And that helps you from pulling your hair out as well, because you get those stray hairs here, 2 of them, and then let it slowly release from your finger, and it'll untwist. Not all the way, but it does do some untwisting. And just repeat it. I'll go up to my scalp and get that. That's where I want it. It's not tight, but it's where you want your coil so you don't get the frizz. And moving my fingers down as I'm twisting and getting to the end, moving my fingers down. And we get to the very end, you can get that last curl, and it kind of smooths it as you let it untwist. And that row is done, so I will scrunch it with my row below it. So I am going to finish this, and I will be back and let you see the finished product. All right, I'll be right back. All right, hey, my natural curly divas, it's your girl, your curly girl Cat. I am done, finally. You guys don't know, but it just, I put you on pause, and then I came back finished, and this is what the finished. It's still wet. I did the fronts first, so they're about 40% dry, and if they're I didn't stretch my hair, so if there's some are kind of like not curling like I want, I just re-wet them a little, like the ones in the back. That's where my 3A hair is, so it's a little harder. I just wet them up a little bit more with my water and coconut oil mixture, spray bottle, Walmart, 99 cents, and just scrunch them up like that. But you want to spray them first so you don't fray the ends of them. So that's what it looks like now, and that's with using my natural coconut oil, all 100% coconut oil from OKAY. I also used Shea Moisture, the curl enhancing smoothie, and I like how it feels. I'm touching my hair already, and it's soft. I also used some Shea Moisture restorative conditioner. It's usually just for conditioner, but I read the bottle. You can also use it as a leave-in, so I used a little as a leave-in. And I mixed the smoothie and this Curl and Style Milk by Shea Moisture also, and I mixed that together in my hands and just put it all at one time. I showed you the process, but this is how the finished coils look. I'm gonna let them air dry until they're about 75-80% dry, and I'll sit under my dryer. It has a diffuser on it, and I'll probably finish it up with that diffuser. It kind of helps it make it not just dry faster, but it helps it the shrink in the back, the long ones. That's where you usually lay down, and when you can tell that that's what you pull up when you pull it up into your pineapple, so you could tell that's where you lay your head, and it's usually the part that's laid on most of the night, unless you're a side sleeper, which I'm both. I'm a side sleeper and I sleep on my back. So it's done, and I will review all of the products that I used. Shea Moisture, most of them except for that OK 100% coconut oil, and I will be back with a review on how my hair turned out. As soon as it dries and I take it apart, I will let you see the finished products. Until then, all my natural curl divas, I'm your curl girl Cat. I will see you soon.